Hello, my name is Allison Sherwood, and today I'm going to tell you about a new nuisance alga from the northwestern Hawaiian Islands that we've been working on in the lab for the last year or so. Surveys that were done at Papahanaumokuakea Marine National Monument by NOAA in 2016 first noted the presence of a new red alga in relatively low abundance. However, they were unable to determine at that time to what species it belonged. Returning to these locations at Pearl and Hermes Atoll in the monument in 2019, NOAA researchers and other affiliated colleagues noticed that the alga had grown to an alarming level of abundance, covering entire coral reefs. The characteristics that make this alga alarming are that it covers large expanses of the reef, sometimes expanding to thousands of meters in extent, that it forms mats that can break apart into tumbleweeds. These have the capability to then reattach and grow into new algal mats. And thirdly, that it overgrows native corals and other native organisms that live on the reef, such as native species of algae and benthic invertebrates. Bringing samples back into the lab, we noted several characteristics of its morphology to give us some initial hints about its identification. We noted that this is a red alga with coloration that ranges from a golden brown to a deep purple, and these thalli are entangled to form large mat-like structures. Our preliminary morphological analyses also showed that these specimens had a cross-section that was very consistent with the family Rhodomelaceae within the order Serramiales of the red algae. From this and other characteristics, we preliminarily identified it as belonging to the genus Chondria. Chondria is a large genus. It currently has 175 infrageneric names listed and 92 currently recognized taxa. The genus is well known within the Hawaiian Islands, and we have 5 species that are considered native to the flora. However, this new species seemed to have no match to the current species that are recognized, either from the Hawaiian Islands or anywhere else in the world. We also conducted phylogenetic analyses of samples of this new nuisance alga. We compared it to all other available sequences, to related taxa, and addition to samples that we had for the native species of Chondria in the Hawaiian Islands. What you can see from this RBCL phylogeny, which is one of several markers that we investigated, is that the 5 native species of Chondria are shown here in our tree, and none of them are matching this new nuisance alga from Pearl and Hermes Atoll. However, its phylogenetic position is confirmed as being within the genus Chondria. The alga is distinguished based on a combination of morphological characters that separates it from all other known species within the genus. This includes the large, robust thallus and its mat-forming tendency, its large axial diameter in the mature branches, which decreases in diameter with subsequent orders of branching, and the terate or cylindrical axes. It also has bluntly rounded apices. The specimens are being characterized as what we call cryptogenic. The origins of this species seem to be unknown, at least at this point. We're being careful right now to characterize this as a nuisance species, staying away from the term invasive because we haven't yet been able to confirm that it was introduced to the Hawaiian Islands from another location. However, based on it not matching any other known species of Chondria, either in the Hawaiian Islands or other places worldwide, we are proposing it as a new species. It's going to be given the name Chondria tumulosa, which refers to its mat-like forming tendency. And this is currently in production in PLOS 1. Thank you very much for listening to our brief introduction to this new nuisance alga at Pearl and Hermes Atoll. It's causing widespread ecological harm, and there's much work that remains to be done to understand its impacts and how to manage it in the future. To end, I'd like to acknowledge these listed divers, our colleagues at NOAA, and our funding agencies who have supported the work so far. Mahalo.